Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ben. Wanted to give you just a real quick couple things to look at on HBAR. I plan on doing a bit bigger video here, maybe tomorrow or maybe Saturday. I want to give this thing some more time to figure out what it's doing. But this is the 4 hour chart. I know we talked about on the last video and the importance of trying to stay above the 9 on the 4 hour, and it just has not been able to do it. It hasn't even really tried. I mean, it's barely stuck its nose above it, which tells me that there's a lot more selling going on than buying, and we have found ourselves right back here into our consolidation area. Even on the 1 hour, I think I drew this white squiggly line a few days ago, and I mean, it kind of came right down to it and just doing its thing. We're even testing the bottom of this line now, the bottom of the support zone 33, and I would not be surprised at all to see some of this stuff starting to happen, where we start really testing this support line here and seeing how strong it is. I will say the more times you hit an area, the weaker it gets, and that goes for both ways. It goes for your way up when you're breaking through a resistance. The more time you hit it, the weaker it gets, and then finally it goes. It also works with support. The more times you hit this support, the weaker it gets, and eventually it either holds or it lets loose. So the 1 hour is doing what I expected it to do. The 4 hour is surprising to me that it just hasn't really tried much to get back up this, on top of the 9. It's almost as if people are waiting for lower prices, which is what I've talked about for a while now. So keep your eye on that. Notice it already dipped its toes below 33 on this candle. So what we're going to see here is the 9 kind of continue its way down, and then we're going to see these candles in here, fighting and squeezing between this support line and this 9 EMA coming down. And we're going to see what happens over the next 1, 2, 3, 4 or so candles of 4 hours each. So 12 hours from now, tomorrow morning, we should know what happened here. Either this support holds or it doesn't, and I think we'll see that soon. If it doesn't, what happened last time it didn't hold? It came down. We did have kind of some support right in the middle here, where it bounced a few times, but eventually gave way and dipped its toes into here. So that's what I'm watching on HBAR. My orders are all still down here. They may or may not get filled. If you don't have a lot of HBAR and you want to get in, then maybe you start scaling in on this dip. This is a nice dip to start taking advantage of. I will point out on the daily that HBAR is attempting here a cup and handle on the daily, which would be significant because it's such a high time frame. But I will tell you that this handle is getting long here. We need this handle to start flattening out and making its way back up to complete this formation. We want to see this, and we want to see this come up and then have some continuation. But remember, this is the daily chart. I mean, we're talking about weeks, a couple weeks to make this happen. But that is something to watch. I will just say this handle is getting long. It's getting down to, the bottom of the cup is here, so we don't have much room here. So that's got to play out as well. So I'd say just in the near term, I'd watch the 4 hour. I'd really watch this EMA come down, the 9 EMA come down, and see how the price action reacts to it, and whether or not we can get back above it, or whether the support falls and we start dipping down into here. And then when that happens, we got a lot of stuff that's in play. It's kind of what I've been talking about for a while. The last real structure we've ever had on this coin was back here. and people may be waiting for that. That really may happen. So let's watch it, see what happens, and I plan on doing a longer, more intensive video in a couple days after we see some of this play out. All right, so good luck, and let's make some money together. You guys have a good night. Peace out.